Hi guys, got a review today, and it's of a brand new film. It come out today, if you're in England that is. It come out a couple of months ago in America, but yeah, in England it come out today, and it is Wrong Turn 5. If you follow me on YouTube, you will know I'm a fan of the Wrong Turn series. I did a review of the whole series in general, up to 1, that's 1, 2, 3 and 4, and I posted that on YouTube, and that's got like the most views out of all my video. It's got like 170 views, which I'm really happy about. So yeah, that's number 4. And this is number 5. A couple of things to mention about the cover, just before I get into it, is firstly, it is called Wrong Turn 5 Bloodlines. It's another prequel, but in America it's called Wrong Turn 5 Bloodlines, but this just says Wrong Turn 5. It doesn't actually say Bloodlines anywhere, which I think is quite strange, but whatever. And another thing to mention about the cover is it looks really similar to number 3. It even comes in the same red case, but you know. Anyway, it does look really similar, doesn't it? With the tree in the middle of the girl running, you know. Well, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to start by saying this is a prequel to number 1, as well as number 4. It's a sequel to number 4, and a prequel to number 1, 2 and 3, obviously. It takes place sometime in 2003. You see that in the film, which I believe is when number 1 is set. So, it's really close time frame to that. It stars Doug Bradley and, I forgot the woman's name. But yeah, she's from Game of Thrones, I think. So, you know, having Doug Bradley in this film is incredible. He's an amazing actor. Obviously, you'll know him as Pinhead from the Hellraiser series. You have a figure of him. And, yeah, he's a phenomenal actor. And he has a really good job in this. He's by far the best actor in the series. And to have a recognisable name, when number 4 didn't have any really names that I know of, it's just very unknown actors and actresses, I think was a massive improvement for this film. It's a major plus. His name alone would attract more people to the film, I think. Once again, it's directed by Declan O'Brien, who has directed 3 and 4. For some people, that's not a very good thing, but I like the fact that he's kind of making the franchise his own, and he's made 3 of the 5 films. So, you know, I enjoy them, so I'm not bothered that he's the director. It takes place in a small town where there's an annual festival to remember a disappearance of 100 years ago, where the whole town just disappeared, and apparently they were killed by mounted men cannibals. And it's the 100th year anniversary, and every year they have like a music festival, kind of like Burning Man it's compared to in the film, where teenagers go, get wasted, and, you know, all that. And, the main group is a group of college kids who are going there. They don't actually get there, they get a wrong turn, obviously. And, basically, all stuff starts going loose. I mean, a lot of things I've seen people complaining about on, Internet Movie Database is that the whole town at the beginning is teeming with people, and then it suddenly goes empty. That's because the actual festival takes place out of town, so everybody leaves town when the festival takes place, and they are stuck in town with the cannibals that are picking them off one by one. And I should mention that they're killing them off in very, very bizarre and brutal ways. Very like Saw, like they torture the victims. Like I suppose it's a bit of a plot hole really, because they're killing unnecessarily. Like in the first few they were killed for food, but in this one I suppose they actually have another agenda, but they're unnecessarily taking time to torture people, but it also adds 1 or 2 amazing death scenes. And there's a scene in particular taking place on a football field that I think is amazing. I showed it to my little sister and she just walks out the room saying, "That's disgusting." Obviously she's not the horror fanatic that I am, but she does actually enjoy the Wrong Turn films. So like the film itself, like the acting's not too great in some of them. Like some of the people are really terrible. Like, in particular, I don't like to name and shame, but there's a jogging woman. She's kind of fodder, I suppose, but her acting was absolutely terrible. The violence, again, it's an 18, continuing the tradition of the Wrong Turn series, and it really does up the ante, and the violence is great. There is some CGI stuff, but then again, there's some really practical kills. Like, there's some practical gore, and the violence, sometimes it doesn't look too great. Like, in number 4, there's a certain scene where they're clearly using a fake body, you can tell it's not breathing. And the same thing happens in this one, but again, it's really nice gore that they do, and the blood is flowing. You can't go wrong with this, if that's, you know, that's what you're looking for. Another thing a lot of people have mentioned is that the makeup effects, of the 3 cannibals is quite poor, and I have to agree. It's by far the worst in this series, like, the masks. Like, you can tell, they're not masks, like the face covered paint, whatever, you know, whatever you want to call it. In number 1, they genuinely look really realistic. It looked okay in number 2, and since then it's got worse and worse and worse. And it's not too convincing in this, but you know, the Three Fingers for me is still quite creepy. Three Fingers is still quite creepy. He's the small guy with the white hair. He's by far my favourite cannibal in the series. And what else am I to talk about? You think of anything? Well, overall, I'm giving the film, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 out of enjoyment, because I really did enjoy it. It's kind of like similar to Assault on Precinct 13. It's a John Carpenter original, it's been remade. But, you know, it's similar to that, and like in an interview, Declan O'Brien has said, like, that's kind of his inspiration, and like, it is cool, like, kind of Assault on Precinct 13-ish. Have you got a rating, by the way?
I'd give it a 6 as well, actually.
Okay, good. So basically, it continues the tradition of the Wrong Turn series, and that is a lot of mindless, not too sophisticated violence, should I say. Again, some good practical kills, and if you're a fan of the Wrong Turn series, you will love number 5. But again, if you want films of amazing acting and a great plot and everything, obviously you're not going to enjoy Wrong Turn, but you should know that from common sense. So, cheers for watching, and that's Wrong Turn 5, which come out today in England. Cheers.